Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back. So, as you saw by today's video, we're doing a Taming 7 reading vlog. I believe this is going to be spoiler free, but if it's not in some parts, I will definitely put timestamps. But today we're finally picking up Taming 7. I think I finished redeeming 6 around October of last year. So it's been a minute since I picked up a Boys of Tommen book. And what a better time to pick it up now since they've announced the cast. And this video is starting a bit later in the week because 1, we only have to read 1 book. 2, I just finished my second year of uni. I do have exams, so that's what I'm going to talk about in a second. And 3, it's a Wednesday. Oh no, and 3, it's only, I think I already gave all the reasons actually. There's only 2 reasons. It's my last day of uni, and it's only 1 book, so we can definitely get this done in 1 video in less than a week. And because I have already started Taming 7, you guys saw, if you saw a few videos back, I did a read with me, and I started it, and why does it look extremely dark? But I did get a pretty good head start. I'm at 23% on the Kindle lab. I need to update it. I was reading it on my phone. Chapter 11. So I'm 23% in, and like I said, I have exams in about 2 weeks, and I do need to get on that. I feel like I got rid of the easier exams and now I have the hard exams. So I'm gonna try and do a pretty good dent to this today because tomorrow I kind of want to start making my notes and stuff. But let's get to today's plan, shall we? We shall. Am I crazy or is the lighting like super dark on the camera? I updated the position on the physical book and I'm this far in the little part, so not too bad. And let's talk about this book because I wanted to cry so many times in this 23%, but I've read most of it outside of the house, so I've just had to keep it in. I knew Gipsy's story was sad, and I know Lizzie's is even sadder. I'm not going to say why because trying to be spoiler free, but it started out with a banger. Let me tell you, it started out with a banger, and I'm just like, I feel maternal towards Gerard Gibson, and I love him so much. And I just want to protect him. And Claire is like literally, like he says and everybody says, she is a ray of sunshine, and she's literally balances him out. And the amount of quotes in the first 23% of this book, insane. I hope that they have a second book, and I hope their second book is like twice the size because I really love them. And I think Chloe Walsh deserves to give them this. No, should give them this. I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, it is currently, it's Wednesday. I don't know if I said that. And it's 7 p.m. at night. And I also wanted, because Off Campus came out last week, and I really want to watch it. So I'm gonna see how far I can get into this before my brain starts to say that's it. Like, you're not understanding any more words, and then we're gonna go watch Off Campus, but that's gonna be something for another time. So, as I said, let's start to reading, and I might pick up my Kindle because I tried doing the physical read of this, and it's heavy. It's just heavy, and I don't think I can hold it in my hand. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've slowly become more of a Kindle girly, which I think is fine, but that's besides the point. Like I said, I'm gonna start reading now, and I'll keep you guys updated. I am so not ready for any of the pain. I did get spoiled by TikTok with most of the things, but I'm not ready to read it, if that makes any sense. Like, that's definitely gonna tear on my heartstrings. That's why, on the side note, I'm reading Fake Skating by Lynn Painter, which is, thank God, because a girl needs something a little light after something like this. And yes, I've been reading Fake Skating for a long time. It's been a rough April and May with uni. I have to tell you, I don't think I've had too much time to do fun reading of my own, if you know, that makes sense. You know what I mean if you're in uni. I'm not gonna give any context. I'm just gonna say the last line of this chapter. Claire says, I want you to replace the memory of that day with this one. Honestly, I only made it to chapter 14, so now I'm gonna go watch some Off Campus, and maybe, I don't think I'm gonna watch a whole show today. Actually, no, I'm not gonna watch a whole show today. So I'm gonna go diamond paint while I watch the show, but maybe after I'm done watching the show, I'll read a little more, but either way, you guys are gonna see me tomorrow morning, or whatever time it is tomorrow that I talk to you guys again. But let's just say, I just feel like the more I read The Boys of Tommen, like each book I like more. So I'm loving Gibbsy and Claire. I love them. Hey guys, so I didn't end up filming yesterday, but I got really far in. Well, not that far in, but I got a good chunk done between yesterday and today. And I'm at currently, oh my god, is it? The camera looks weird these days. I'm still trying to figure all that out. It is, I read up to 40% chapter 25, and I just want to say, I feel like actually even some of Claire's chapters are hard-hitting. Every single Gibbsy chapter is hard-hitting, and I'm just like, ugh. But the scene in the this bathtub scene, that literally, I almost cried at that scene. I can't say what it is in case it's a spoiler. When it's in terms of Lizzie and Claire, I don't know how to feel about it. Knowing what I know of Lizzie and the whole situation, it's hard to not be mad at her, but it's also hard to be mad at her, if that makes any sense. I do think her being angry is justified. It's just, I think she's angry at the wrong people, but at the same time, people react differently to different situations. So I just want to hug my girl Liz, and I hope her and Gibbsy make up in one of the books. I definitely know it's not going to be Taming 7. I just have a feeling. So yeah, but I'm really, really liking it. I just feel like every book that I read Chloe Walsh's, like, I like the couple so much, and I can't really compare them because they're all so different. Like, you can't compare the kind of relationship that Joey and Aoife have to what Johnny and Shannon have, and you can't compare those two couples to Claire and Gibbsy. But I really love them, and the fact that they generally just like love each other so much from the beginning of the book, generally like it rips my heart out into, because knowing why they're not together is just like, or mostly knowing why they're not together is just like hard-hitting. But we're not that far in. I feel like we're far in, but also not that far in. I was reading on my phone. I went to the doctor's today, and I read on the way there and on the way back. It keeps defocusing on my face. It's really annoying. I'm so sorry. I need to fix whatever's going on. And I'm gonna continue reading. Later tonight, I have to study today, but tonight is definitely gonna be a reading night. I hope to get to like 70% before tomorrow, which is Saturday. Hey guys, it's honestly probably a couple of weeks since I last filmed for this video. I'm officially on summer vacation, and that means I can concentrate on reading. And by reading, we mean finishing Taming 7. I do not remember where I last left off with you guys, but I made it halfway through. So today, I hope to binge a good amount of this book. If not, we have the whole week to read it. But I cannot stop thinking of Gibbsy and Claire. Like, even when I'm not reading during exam season, I was like, can't wait to read Taming 7. I read 0 for pleasure during my exam season, so I'm so excited to get back into reading. I hope it's a summer full of reading for so many reasons, mostly because there's so many books I have to catch up on, and so many books I want to catch up on, and just so much reading to do. So there's a lot of videos planned. Hopefully they go according to plan. This one was supposed to be up like a month ago, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. First of all, we'll concentrate on vlogging this one because, I'm just like so excited and also terrified. I'm so excited and terrified. I have so many thoughts, but I want to get back to it first. And there will definitely be releasing 10 reading vlog just a little later. I don't think I can do these 2 books back to back, to be honest. So anyway, that's the update I wanted to give. I'm about to eat something before I get back to reading this, but I will get back to you guys soon. I just got about to one of like a big important moment, and it just hurts my heart. Like, I don't even want to know how they're all reacting or they're all gonna react. This is why I'm taking a break between this one and releasing 10, because it's already heavy. Oh god. Jesus, yeah. Chapter 47, I feel like we're gonna get to that first kiss, and I'm really excited. First of all, if you can hear the fan in the background, I'm terribly sorry, but I hope it's not too bad. And I'm sad, so no one can comment on it. Because why am I sad? I finished Taming 7. Like I said, I kind of did a reading marathon. I think I'm gonna do a non-spoiler and then a spoiler part, so I'm gonna tell you guys when you can skip. But first of all, for the non-spoiler, I knew it was gonna be sad, because I've had spoilers, many spoilers. There's one thing that I did not know, but I've had many spoilers. I think reading it and like seeing the text on paper and reading about Gypsy's memories, that it was like, I didn't know. It was like I didn't know. It's hard to talk about because you really don't know how to, thankfully you never go through that, right? So it's hard to comprehend, but it's not what should happen to anybody, and it's just hard to, it's just sad. And then that whole part, I feel like it's more of a spoiler thing we can talk about. But then Claire and Gypsy, their relationship is like the definition of yearning. Like, I'm so serious. Their relationship is the definition of yearning. And I think that despite what Gypsy has gone through and what Claire has sort of gone through with her friendships, especially with Lizzie, I think they're perfect for each other. And I think that despite their misunderstandings and secrets, I think they're very good at communicating. I'm pretty sure at one point they argue, and a few chapters later, or like the next chapter, they talk about it, which their communication is just great. I feel like a lot of people comment on their personalities and everybody's and how everybody acts, and I just want to say, sure, some of it was annoying. At the same time, they're teenagers. Like, I think Claire's 15, 16, and I think Claire's a really good friend. She's a really good girlfriend. She do things the right way sometimes. No. I'll say it, no. But I think she has the best interest at heart, like, most of the time. And I can see why some things happened the way they did. It is still heartbroken, and her relationship with Lizzie, I'm gonna call her Liz, but it's more Lizzie, isn't it? I think I'm gonna need more books. Not only am I gonna need to read Releasing 10, I'm gonna need to read the next Gypsy book and the next Lizzie book and all that. I think I need to know more, because this definitely left in sort of a cliffhanger. I wish we had the next Gypsy and Claire book. I think it's coming. I don't know. I hope Chloe Walsh makes another book for them. I just wish we had more. I wish this was as long as both Shannon and Johnny's and Joey's and Aoife's books. I feel like we needed more, like just more context, more stuff between them. Now we're talking in terms of the book, right? I think I just wanted more. I really love them. I love Claire. I think she's very, very relatable. I think she's always trying her best, which is something I can relate with. And yeah, and now for the spoiler. So I'm gonna put the time here to where you can skip. Now for people that have read this book. I think reading the letter, so we're gonna focus on Gypsy first. Reading the letter that Kiva wrote for Gypsy was actually insane. Like, I think, color me shocked, I think her letter's worse than the letter Joey wrote for Aoife, 100%. And reading that and reading Gypsy's flashbacks from when Mark abused him, and those flashbacks in that period of time in that chapter were so intense. I literally, like I said, I knew all of this because of TikTok. I've gotten the spoilers, but reading it on paper was very intense for me, at least. I didn't cry only because I was in the living room with my mother. That's the only difference. I really hope he gets justice in the second book, whether it's, Flaming 10, I think it's gonna be called, or whatever book, like, in the future, because I know that Releasing 10 is a flashback. I hope he and Lizzie get justice, because of course I know what happened to Lizzie as well. And I hope him and Lizzie, and I hope Claire and Lizzie, of course, reconcile. When it comes to Lizzie and Claire's friendship, I can see both sides. And let me say this. Like I said before, I don't think Claire's a bad friend. I think she's a great friend. Does she make mistakes? Of course, she's a teenager. But I think that she was just trying her best, and I think at one point my battery's about to die, so hopefully I don't need to change the thing. They need to talk. They need to have a lot of talks. They need a lot of time. I think Claire's a good friend, but Lizzie is too hurt to see that, and that's understandable. But what I'm trying to say, I don't justify Lizzie's actions. I think she was incredibly mean to both Gerard and Claire. I think she was she crossed the line so many times, and Gibbsy and Claire cross the line too with her. I won't even deny that. I think people experience trauma in different ways, and this is how Liz is reacting. I'm not justifying it, especially because I haven't read her book yet. I'm not justifying it even after reading her book, but I do think it's something that a lot of people react this way, especially when you're a teenager, especially when it's something that's so fresh in your mind. Like, she's only lived so many years, and what happened to her and her sister, to her it's very recent. And even then, even if she was older, I think it was still, you know, fresh in her mind. It really saddens me that they stop being friends, at least in the end of this book, Claire and Lizzie, and I just hope they can figure it out. And it's just really sad. The whole book was really sad, but I'm really happy that Claire and Gibbsy are together and they're gonna figure out their relationship together. And I hope that the whole Mark and Lizzie situation gets figured out in the later books, because damn, if Mark doesn't die, I'm gonna go get him. I feel like I have so many more thoughts, but I'm trying to be quiet because it is almost midnight. I am just gonna sit with it, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna read this. You'll see in the wrap up, but safe to say I want more of Claire and Gibbsy. I want a lot more of Claire and Gibbsy. And I can't wait to read Releasing 10, but I do need a break, because this was emotionally wrecking. Like, if this emotionally wrecked me, I don't know what Releasing 10 is gonna be. I just want to give him a big hug, a huge hug. These characters are all too real to me. Like, I went in such an emotional roller coaster with Joey and Aoife too. I remember that like clear as day. But anyway, if I have more thoughts, you'll hear them in the wrap up when I post it eventually in the end of June, hopefully. But yeah, that's it. I think this vlog is gonna be pretty short, so I'm sorry for that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you guys are not as traumatized as I am, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye!